That's what we have to see past. So, either both are extreme in their views, or they are extremely similar, yet both recognize one God with two very different personalities. For me, when one prophet says that the two most famous prophets are together, then I would believe him. If Jesus made two criminals his disciple and a prostitute his wife, I think it's time we start to bring together similar knowledge from each religion, and in doing so bridge the gaps. Please wait, as the door is just one paragraph away. Acceptance, love, and forgiveness. While some do not believe this, what most devotees would argue is manipulation. Then there is distortion that throughout every religion, if you dig deep enough, respects women as equals. The first goddess was and always will be our Creator, Mother Earth. From dust he made Adam and Lilith. Well, in esoteric knowledge found in the internet, dust is an earth elemental. Therefore, Lilith and Adam are children from Earth, with angel-infused genes. Look at Hanuman from India, the pictures that are 7,000 years old, and you will see images of a male man-ape with godlike powers, who eventually sheds his hair, like in the more recent images, like evolution in action, teaching us. Or read the writings on the wall. Also, if you dig enough, then you will find that in the Torah, thousands of years later, humans get direct sexual upgrade from fallen angels, causing advanced genetic mutations within one generation. Why is it so advanced? Because it was so powerful that they create these offsprings of giants. But why would giants come out of there? Giants would come out of there because we are adhering to Yahweh and the tenets of survival of the fittest. So they're going to create giants. Meanwhile, what we needed to do was to stabilize the intelligence. So they just killed them all. The gods didn't do that. The humans did. The humans did because they weren't intelligent. They weren't abominations either. What they did was they ate all the food, and then they started eating humans. But then there was the other offsprings that never did these things. And they're the ones that are made us as smart as we are today. How in all of the earth can you have Rumi and the Islamic liberation of enlightenment made piston technology, and then Rumi disappears and there's no car, and then hundreds of years later Michelangelo shows us pictures of helicopters when he was just copying them from pyramids, which he never went to, on paper. And then you have pictures of tanks. Clearly there's some sort of spiritual future foresight, communicative abilities, and because we don't see them, we don't experience it, we don't see them as true. But something in this reality, something in our society, something in our civilization is happening right now, and we have to address it. We have to not get all paranoid, and we need to be skeptical. We need to be intelligent. I mean, you tell me how it's possible that 1,000 years later we finally develop cars from pistons. I mean, it's obvious that maybe another genius like Ford took the technology and made the car. Okay, that's fine. You could argue that. But then all of a sudden, in 1920 from the late 1800s, we have cars. 40 years later, we have cars that go up from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. And then now we have spaceships. Well, let me tell you something. There's no way they could have made the SR-71 stealth technology that can evade radar and that kind of metal, and using that kind of graphing to make those kind of constructions in design without using computers. There's no way. You can't make those engines without having some sort of experimentation vehicles, without some sort of computation. And for them to do that, and Roswell, the airplane, to have crashed in the late 1950s, and then less than 10 years later build an SR-71, that's not relevant, it's not coincident, and it's not connected. We've had computer technology way before the 1950s. And they're nothing close to what we have today with our laptops. But they have miles of computers that are networked. And that's how they developed this computer technology. By reverse engineering Vimanas, which are thousands of years ago, that were given to us. And the only reason why we couldn't develop anything is because we didn't have the physics and the idea of how to make them. So why bother, if you only have like 2 or 3 of them in the entire world, drive them and then crash them, like they did in Roswell. The one in Roswell is obviously a prototype. They're not going to go out and do something as stupid as that. They're going to go, they're going to make sure that they can reverse engineer it, and then mass produce it. Then they're going to go out and say, well, you know what, we'll compare the two. And it's okay if we smash one of them because we still got 2 more left. And that's the truth. The truth is, there was one in Germany, there's one in America, and there's one somewhere else. And who knows where the other one is? Because someone came and had to stop Hitler. And there's no way possible that you could have genetic mutations within one generation unless you do sexual hybridization. Therefore, once you merge Catholic and Christianity teachings within a particular Islamic, and with this particular Islamic key from above, you will find that the door that opens is the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, which is the female. So you have the Father, which is the male, the Mother, which is the Holy Ghost, but it's not like that. You have to use the Egyptian cipher, and the Son is the child. So you have to go, because some people don't have children. You can't tell me that they're not spiritual, that they'll never be enlightened. So it's the male and the female in one person, and caring and loving is what you get automatically when you have a child. So if you nurture all these characteristics, you become the Holy Ghost, the Trinity. And you have to read Q2, which is the Holy Trinity. And then you'll find why marriage and lifespan will change, increased lifespan will change marriage and lifestyle forever. And there's more to it, and if you continue, you'll see why.